Something was trapped in this storm drain in Brazil, and when the fire department arrived to pry it open, they found a very polite capybara patiently waiting for assistance. Nobody knows how this large rodent found himself in such a pickle, but luckily a passerby had noticed him barking and called for help. It did take a bit of work to get the storm drain cover removed, and once it was off, the capybara really didn't want to bother anyone further, but he did end up needing a little bit of help from the firefighters to get out. Luckily, he was in good health and he was able to return to his habitat with all of his friends. And while it is uncommon for capybaras to find themselves in storm drains, they are very common above ground in the area. And while some are more shy, they're known in general for making friends with just about any other animal. They'll generally accept anyone into their circle as long as they don't feel threatened, like this orange cappy cat who lives with a herd of capybaras at Zoo Negara in Malaysia. They're also quite smart, and those that live in more populated areas have even been observed using crosswalks to cross roads. This dog chased a doggy daycare bus just hoping to make some friends and find someone to care about him. When Tyson Cash was picking up dogs on his pup bus one morning to take them to the daycare that he runs called Keller Creek, he noticed that one of his regulars, Motley, was waiting on his porch with a yellow lab that he didn't recognize. The dog tried to board the bus with Motley, and Tyson texted the family to see if they had gotten another dog, but they hadn't. And because he can't let an unknown dog on the bus due to safety regulations, he had to continue on his route without the mystery dog. But he refused to be left behind. And he ran alongside the bus of potential friends like he knew he was meant to be there. Concerned for his well-being, Tyson posted a photo to his social media page asking if anyone knew anything about this dog. One of the people who saw it was a current customer of Keller Creek named Sadie, and she knew right away that she wanted to give the mystery dog a home. She picked him up and took him straight to the vet, where they found that he had a microchip. As it turns out, he was an intentionally abandoned stray. His previous owner went ahead and transferred ownership to Sadie through the microchip registry. Now, Waylon is living the life that he deserves, including being a regular pup bus passenger with his new sibling Nellie, and being part of a new family that'll love him for life. Indiana Bones, the skeleton museum cat at the Museum of Osteology in Oklahoma City, recently celebrated his 5th Gotcha Day, and he continues to rule the museum with an iron paw. Indy was adopted in 2019 by the museum's official kitty committee, which was formed with the sole purpose of hiring a skilled meownager and supervisor. The moment the kitty committee saw Indy at the Moore Animal Shelter, he was hired on the spot without even an interview. Quickly rising through the ranks, Indy became the director of napping and achieved mediocre mouser status, earning him a coveted award for Employee of the Month. He never misses a team meeting, but he's more than just a working professional. He's also an involved member of the community. He hosts his own fundraisers to help other shelter cats, and he even has his own tuxedo, which he wears to any weddings hosted at the museum that he's invited to. Indy's height and photo have been added to the museum's animal height chart, and hidden Indies can be found around the property and in their brochures. He's so well loved that for his 5th Gotcha Day, he received a portrait from the nearby cat cafe Don't Stress Me Out, which will soon grace the walls of the museum. These days, he does get a little bit of help managing the museum from some new non-human co-workers, Duncan and Donut the parakeets, and Drake the bearded dragon. But everyone knows that behind the scenes, it's really Indiana Bones who's running the show. I'm Jen, and I post something positive every day.